Are you planning a trip to Japan? Or are you curious about the latest Japan visa updates? Are you a tourist wanting to travel to Japan? Or do you want information about the Japan visa application processes, cover letters, booking your appointment, attending your interviews? You know that Japan is the only country that takes visa fee when your visa is being approved. If you want to know more about the processes involved in securing a Japanese tourist visa, then you've come to the right place. So whether you are applying from Ghana, Dubai, or any part of the world that you find yourself, this is the right channel for you. Watch this video to the end, and I'm going to show you how you can easily apply for your Japanese visa and move and explore the beautiful country in Asia. Stay tuned. I will be right.
I like to be educated.
Alright guys, so welcome to Adagya Travel Tips. Over here, what we do is we give you education on how to go about your passport applications, visa processes, the documents required to secure a visa, interview tips. So if it's your dream of studying abroad, working abroad, or going or embarking on vacations to the various destinations, then this channel has been made for you. Hit that notification button to get notified on all the latest videos that we are going to upload. And also, if you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe to this channel, and then let's increase the following. And also, you are welcome to the community or the family of travelers. So back to the topic, we are going to discuss on how to go about your Japan visa applications. In recent time, Japan has been receiving a lot of inundated applications from applicants wanting to visit the country for pleasure, vacation. Japan is known as the land of the rising sun, and it's a captivating destination among the countries in Asia. Right, the country blends ancient tradition with cutting-edge modernity. So, from the bustling metropolis to serene countryside landscapes. So, Japan offers a rich cultural and natural experiences for all travelers. So, if you happens to be or travel to Japan, you should be fortunate that it's one of the most beautiful countries in the world. So back to the topic that we are discussing, we are going about how to apply for your Japanese visa. So with all the beautiful landscapes, the tourist attractions, the beautiful and lovely people, the culture, food, everything, the big question is, how do I get a visa to Japan, right? How do I get a visa to Japan? And so Japanese visa is one of, I would say, the most easiest and cheapest way to get a visa without passing or going through so much hurdles, right? And with the Japanese visa, it is one of the visas that when you are being refused, they don't take your visa fee. So unlike other countries that they take your visa fee whilst you are being rejected, Japan's case is they only take the visa fee when they are ready to issue you the visa, right? So first of all, let's go into the various visas that they have, right? So there are a lot of visas that you can apply. We have the single entry or the multiple entry. The single entry gives you only access to the country, and once you move out of it, you would have to do a new application before you can enter into the country. And then with the multiple entry, with that one, it grants you access to the country as many times till the visa expires, right? And so they have different categories of visas, like studying abroad. If you want to study in one of their institutions, you would have to get a student visa that grants you um, access in studying in the country. And also they have the work permit or the working visa that enables a foreign national to move and then work in Japan. And also they have the tourist visa, which is for tourists who would love to visit the country and explore all their beautiful cultures, their tourist destinations, and then so on and so forth. So for the sake of this video, we are going to look into the documents required to secure a tourist visa, and then how to go about filling the visa form, the cover letter, letter of guarantee, and all the necessary informations or documents that would enable you get your visa approved and then move and stay in Japan whilst you embark on those beautiful journeys. So okay, so Japan has um, three categories of visas that they issue to people who wants to gain entry into the country. So the first category is a visa waiver. So Japan has some countries that they've given them the visa waiver, that when they are coming to the country, they don't require to provide a visa before they get entry into the country. So there are some of the countries, and I'm going to give you a link to their website where you can find out if your country requires a visa or not. And also they have the visa on arrival. That one, in that category, there are countries that do not have to apply for a visa before they get to Japan. So in this case, once you get your luggage and stuff, once you get into the airport, they issue you the visa at their end. And then there are some that requires to apply for their visa either online or through the Japanese embassy or the consular section in their home country or the applicant's home country, right? So let's go to the screen and then see the countries that are eligible under the visa waiver, and then also let's look at the countries that are in the visa on arrival, and then we throw more light on the countries that are being required to obtain a visa before getting access into the country, right?
Alright guys, so welcome to my screen. This is the official website for the Foreign Affairs Ministry of Japan, and so we are going to visit mofa.go.jp. So this is the website that you are going to visit to have access to all the information regarding travel and visa applications and all affairs of the Japan or the consular section, right? So first of all, when we come to the official website, it has information on about us, news, foreign policies, countries and regions, consular services, and as we are going to deal with visa application, we are going to go to the consular services. So at the consular services, then you click on visa, right? So we could see that it was last updated on October 30th. So this is the official website for the Embassy of Japan. So always be mindful of the sites that you visit to do your visa applications. There might be some people who create phishing site or counterfeit site in order to extort monies and informations from people. So this is the official website that we are going to use to do our application, right? So for visa enquiries, please contact Foreign Resident Support Center or the Japan Visa Information Hotline listed on the website of the Embassy or Consular Service of Japan. You can find detailed information about visa on the diplomatic mission of Japan. So they are trying to give you all the various websites or links for which you can access visa enquiries or information. So first of all, on this page, you will find visa application procedures, about visa application documents, frequently asked questions, FAQs, announcement, enquiries about visa, right? So they are issuing a caution over here for fraudulent websites, social media, and emails in an attempt to extract payment from applicant. Okay, so now on the visa application procedures, we are going to prepare all the needed documents required for visa application. Also, inviting organization or guarantor must send the required documents to the applicant and not to the embassy or the consular section. So basically, there are some embassies that require the applicant to send the host or the person inviting the applicant to send documents to the embassy direct. But in this case, they are asking us to the host to send all those documents to the applicant so that the applicant will attend with the documents on their day of appointment or interview, right? Next, requirements for visa application may vary depending on the local situation, the purpose of your visa. Okay, so depending on your jurisdiction, the document or the visa application procedures may be different from your location. So let's assume I live in Ghana and I'm doing visa application from Ghana. The application procedures or the processes involved might be different from how someone from Bangladesh or Pakistan would also go through, right? However, we all arrive at the same destination. You arrive at the same goal by achieving the Japanese passport. So I presume this information that we are going to learn cuts across, since this website is the source, the only source that connects to all other, or is the official website where you could access the visa application information. So it doesn't matter your jurisdiction, you are going to still visit this site to do all your applications, right? So let's go to the right. Once all documents are ready, you may apply for visa at the consular section of the diplomatic mission of Japan's jurisdiction over your place of residence at an accredited agency or online by method specified by diplomatic mission of Japan, right? So depending on the procedure or mode of application, so let me put it in simple terms. There are some countries that do not have embassies in their country, Japanese embassy in their country. So mostly how they go about their visa applications are either you go through online application or you go to your nearest embassy to assess your application, have your application or appointment done. So that is how they go about it. So in the case of doing the online application, that one, if there are instances whereby you cannot access, I think the online application will be more accessible and very convenient for you. And then it takes approximately 1 week to process the application, provided all necessary documents required are met. So mostly that is the duration for which all visa applications are being processed. it takes a maximum of a week, mostly 5 days, 5 working days to a week, depending on the workload that they will be handling, and then also accuracy and applicant meeting all the requirements. So before then, I made mention earlier that there are some countries that do not require visa, whereas others require visa. So let's look at these short stays. For instance, a stay of up to 90 days for tourism, business, visiting friends or relatives. That does not include remunerative activities. All nationals of the following countries and regions listed below require a visa to enter Japan, right? So when you are from Philippines, Vietnam, China, Russia, CIS country, Ukraine, Georgia, other nationalities, you are required to obtain a visa before traveling to Japan, right? So they are saying that online application for visa to visit to Japan with tourism purpose, single entry. All foreign nationals or people who need to obtain a short-term visa to Japan and currently reside in the following countries are eligible to apply for a visa online. So if you are applying from Australia, Brazil, Canada, blah blah, USA, South Africa, you are required to obtain an online visa, which is the e-visa, right? Also, there are countries that have been exempted from applying for visas, and so we are going to look at the visa exempt countries. Okay, so this was last updated on April 8, 2024. Okay, so there are 71 countries as shown in this chart that are exempted from obtaining a visa to visit Japan, right? So we have Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Republic of Korea, Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, Canada, United States. There are many of them. Since I am from Africa, let me look at, so Africa has 3 countries, Lesotho, Mauritius, and Tunisia. The other ones representing Africa. So there are more countries in Europe, some from Northern America, Latin America. Right, so let's go back and then, so they are saying that period of stay granted at time of landing will be 15 days for Indonesia and Thailand, and then 14 days for Brunei, 30 days for United Arab Emirates and Qatar, 90 days for other countries. Right, so they've spelled out the days that you are supposed to stay in the country. And mind you, you are not supposed to work whilst you're on a visit visa. You are not supposed to be working or engaging in all sort of paid activities, right? So let's go back and then have a look at okay, so we have work or long-term stay. So since we are discussing about the short stays or visa, let's focus more on the visa. So we are going to look at points to note and application procedures. Let's hit on that one. An application for visa is made by the applicant him or herself at the embassy or consular general with jurisdiction over the area in which the applicant lives, or those with jurisdiction over the country of which the applicant's passport is issued. In some cases, the applicant may be made by an accredited travel agent that has been approved by Japan Embassy. Right, the documents that are necessary for the application differ depending on travel purpose, and I think I've explained this one earlier. So let's go back and then look at the processing. Right, this one also I've spoken about it. The time required from visa application to visa issuance is 5 working days, right? but however there could be more days or to a week depending on the workload, and then applicant meeting all the, if there are omissions in the document or mistakes in the document, it might delay the process of the visa processing. So let's go to the validity of visa. Okay, so visas are only valid for entering Japan on one occasions. The period of validity single entry is 3 months. Okay, for single entry. And then if you applied for a multiple entry, it means that you are going to be visiting the country over and over and over till the 3 months expire. Okay, let's go back again and let's look at the visa fee. Right. So visa fees may be paid for the issuance of visa. The fees are 3,000 yen for single entry and 6,000 yen for double entry, 700 yen for a transit visa. And remember, visa fees are only collected when your visa has been approved. Right? They don't take your money if they know they are not going to give you a visa. Right? So 3,000 yen is less than $30, and then also the 6,000 is, it's not up to more, it's not more than $50, right? Okay, so very cheap. Okay, let's go back again and then let's look at the requirement. Right, so I think a Japanese visa will be issued to an applicant when he or she meets all the requirements, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's go back again. I'll take you through the requirements that we are going to need, but first of all, let's look at visa application documents. So over here, these are the documents that we are going to need to complete, right? On the normal or on the basic requirements are your passport pictures, what again, financial statement, your employment status, that's an introductory letter or NOC, no objection certificate from your employer, your 3 months pay slips, your ties to your home, things that bind you to your home country. For instance, if you are married, you include your marriage certificate, your children's birth certificate if you have children. If you have a property as well, include that so that it will prove to them that you have ties to your home country and that your intentions are not to go and overstay or go without coming back. So these are the basics that you need. And also your invitation letters, or if you are going as a tourist, your tour vouchers, and then your hotel reservations or bookings, right? So those are the documents that you are going to need, but these are the major ones or the required mandatory ones that you are going to be needing in order to attach it to all the documents that I've mentioned earlier, right? So this document has been made in English, Chinese, traditional Chinese, Korean, Portuguese, Spanish. For the sake of this video, and as I speak English, let's hit on the English side. So the first one is a visa form. Let's look at the visa form, how it looks like. Right, so this is the visa form, which is a form that the applicant would fill and then print it out and send it to the embassy. There are some instances whereby the applicant cannot fill. If the applicant cannot fill out this form, it means that the applicant will have to update his or her browser or maybe install Adobe Acrobat, right? That is going to help you be able to fill this form. So first of all, you are being required to provide a passport photo in this specification. Then you provide your details as shown in the passport: your surname, middle name, other names, your date of birth, sex. You fill out all these informations relating to yourself, your nationality or citizenship, former nationality, ID number issued to you by your government, place of issue, date of issue, right? So mostly, since it's an ordinary passport that we use, we click on the ordinary, right? So these are the informations that you are going to fill, and then the guarantor or reference in Japan, you provide the guarantor's information. So if you are going to live in a hotel, then the hotel could be your reference, right? You provide the hotel's name here, details, which is serving as the host, then your phone number. Provide all these information here. Then after you are done, you come to the security section, where they are asking you if you've ever convicted of a crime or offense in any country, been sentenced to imprisonment for 1 or more years, deported or removed from Japan or any other country for overstaying your visa or violating the law. Please be honest with yourself and then provide the information accordingly, so it doesn't affect your chances, because there are some people that would be like, for the sake that I'm seeking for the visa, let me try and then meander my way through. So if any of them applies to them, they will just select no. Just be honest. If any of them applies to you, take it and then write the reason here. You provide details, and then if they are convinced that they feel like giving you, they are going to give you. So this is how it looks like. Right after you are done, you write the date that you completed this form, and then you sign your signature over here. Then you hit on the download, or you print it if you have a printer. If you don't have a printer, you can click on download, and then it will be saved to your computer so that you can later on print it out. Okay, let's look at the letter of guarantee also. Right, so the letter of guarantee is a letter that is being written to the ambassador or the consular general, that the applicant, activities that the applicant is going to be engaging on whilst in Japan, the guarantor is endorsing that they are going to sponsor the applicant, or they are the ones that are going to help cater for the applicant from hotel, transport, everything, all other miscellaneous, right? So they are the ones that the applicant is going to tell them that the so applicant, or the applicant applying for the visas, are going to be under the guarantor's care, that the guarantor is the one going to handle everything. So in some instances, the guarantor could be in Ghana, or the guarantor could be in Japan, right? So you are going to fill, the guarantor is going to fill the year, date, everything here. Then provide the applicant's full name, not the guarantor's name. If the applicant is a male or female, he selects here. Then the applicant's date of birth and age, nationality, occupation. So you see, it's saying that I guarantee the following regarding the above mentioned applicant's entry into Japan: expenses for the applicant's stay in Japan, return travel expenses, compliance with Japanese law and regulations. I hereby declare that the above is true, right? Then the guarantor will fill his name, date of birth, age here, address, telephone number, name of organization or his occupation, relationship with the applicant, and then fill in the following contact when the organization company is extending the invitation. Right. So if the company is it's a company that is inviting the applicant over to Japan, they would have to provide their name, everything here, and then it will be also printed or downloaded and sent to the given to the applicant. Right. So now let's look at invitation letter. Now remember, the letter of guarantee and the invitation letter are not the same. Let's look at the difference. Okay. So somebody could invite the applicant, but they are not the ones going to cater for the applicant's expenses, right? So that makes it different from the letter of guarantee. So they are also going to provide a date, address it to the Consular General. Then they provide the inviting person's name, which is the applicant, full name, telephone number, and so on and so forth. Then, they will provide their own name. The person, the host, will provide, or the inviting person will provide his name, information, everything here. And then over here they provide the visa applicant's name, the person they are inviting his name, nationality, occupation. Then over here they state the purpose of inviting the above applicant. And then background to invitation, explain the background to this invitation, why they are inviting the person, and what benefit would it profit them should the person go to Japan, right? And over here, relationship with the visa applicant. Okay, so this is the letter of invitation. Now let's look at letter of invitation for multiple entry, right? So this one is a single entry. They are requesting that the person will enter Japan once and then come back. So what makes this one different from this is that over here, multiple entry, they are going to provide a series of dates that they would want the applicant to be visiting the country, so that the embassy could issue a multiple entry visa. You get it? Okay. So that makes the difference, but it's the same thing as this letter of invitation, just that they are going to provide a series of dates that the applicant will be traveling or visiting Japan. Okay. Next on the list is list of visa applicants. List of visa applicants. So in the event of more than one person is traveling, then they are going to list their names, nationality, occupation, relationship to the inviting person or the guarantor, right? So they are going to list all their names here and then attach it to the forms. Okay, let's look at overview of company or organization. Now, these details of the organization or company here, the inviting or the host company that is inviting the applicant will provide the name of their company name of the representative that is going to handle any correspondence of the applicant. Let's assume that the applicant has been given a visa and is traveling. Once he gets to their airport and there's going to be any communication, there has to be a representative from the company. So this is how it's been done. The company will provide their name and the name of the representative, address, capital in Japanese yen, their annual sales, number of employees or persons. Then over here they describe the business, the kind of business they render, their history, and then they list all branches in Japan and overseas, business and exchange ties with the party invited and background, right? So over here, the company in Japan is going to fill out all this information and then send it to the applicant, and then that is how it goes. So now let's look at, last but not the least, itinerary in Japan. Okay, so itinerary in Japan is giving them an idea of your daily or primary activities that you are going to embark on when you are in Japan, right? So you break it down that maybe within, let's assume I'm being given a 3-month visa, and that 3-month visa, day one, I'll be engaging in these activities. Maybe I'll go to so and so mountain, Fuji Mountains, to explore, and this will be the contact I'll be using. Or if you are going to be lodging in multiple hotels, different, depending on where you find yourself, provide all those informations. Let's assume you get to Tokyo on day one. You provide that day one I'll be staying in Tokyo and I'll be doing this, and then you provide a contact for which they can get in touch with you. And also day two, you write the date you'll be traveling to other part of the country. You provide activities that you are going to do, the number that you can be reached on, accommodation information. So you provide every bit of information till it gets to the number of days that you are going to leave the country, right? So this is how the travel itinerary looks like. Okay, so I think I've explained all the needed informations on this website, and for those of you who love to read, I'm going to leave the write-ups on my website. So I'll leave the link in the description so you can hit there, visit the website, and then read more on visa applications, travel news, migration and visa tips, or DIY relating to the travel and tour industry. I'm going to leave all those. I have a lot of articles that I've written over there, so you can visit there and then read more. So at this moment, if you feel motivated, just give me a thumbs up and write Japan Visa. Just leave it at the comment section. Also, if there is any information that you didn't understand, I'm always ready to answer your questions. So you can write out at the comment section, and then I'm going to help you out. Okay, so this is the website where we had all informations on the Japan visa applications, right? All right, so that was how we went about the visa application for Japanese visa. If you are motivated in today's video, give us a like. If you feel like there's more to add up to improve the quality of this channel, leave it at the comment section. Also hit that share notification button so it gets to more people, and then let's increase the following. Also, if it's your first time watching this video, I want you to subscribe and let's increase the following. Hit the notification button as you are going to be notified on all the latest video that I'm going to upload, right? So good luck to us, and good luck to also that are going to apply for a Japanese visa. See you in our next video. The channel has been Adagya Travel Tips. Peace out.